Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to share with you my actual methodology, and I'm going to be explaining throughout what I'm doing, and you're going to see my notes, and you're going to see a lot of different attacks that I believe is going to be incredibly useful to you, especially if you're on your way to do the OSCP. So sit back, relax. I hope you learned something useful, and please enjoy the video. The path, I forgot to continue to record. The path that I think is the most likely was, I checked the shortest path, right? From owned object, like so. And we see a lot of data, but more importantly, we don't care about all of this. We care about what we actually have access to. And we do have access to the password reset, right? And this seems like an interesting machine because it actually has the permissions to delegate, right, over the object of the machine itself. So BloodHound is very convenient because it roughly tells us how to actually abuse this. So you can click on the permission right here, and then you can click on Linux abuse, and it will give you a rough estimate in terms of like how to perform this. Now you still have to know a little bit about yourself in terms of how to do this. So first of all, this is going to be Impacket, like so. And then we need the SPN, which is the service principal name. The hash, right? So now it's going to be using a hash, etc. But then, the most important thing we actually need is, let's say, Impacket has find delegation, I think. There we go. And we can specify. So this is pretty much like it can see. So BloodHound is already telling us this data, right? Password reset has the ability to delegate to the domain controller, right? And this essentially allows this user to impersonate any other user in the domain, essentially, and then get a ticket that you can use to authenticate, which can be very, very, very powerful. But we don't really know what SPN we can potentially abuse. And without BloodHound, we wouldn't even know that this user has these rights to begin with. There's also a tool you can check in the scenario that's very helpful, called Impacket Find Delegation. And we can specify the credentials of this user. So once again, this is going to be password reset. Password reset. And then the password of reset password. And then the target, like so. And then we also need the domain. Now, another thing as well that can be important is to add this as well. But I'm going to show you in a bit later on. Once again, it did not copy correctly. So target, like so. Let's try that. I think target the same. This is correct. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's try about that. We've already specified the domain controller IP. There we go. Perfect. So now we can actually get a bit more information, right? So we can see the account name. This is the domain controller that we can essentially perform delegation on. And then here's some delegation rights. So now I don't know all of this. But what I typically do is just that I try these different delegation rights until one sticks. And then we try to impersonate the user that we want access to, right? But who do we want access to? Typically someone that has a lot of access. So you can go to Cipher Queries right here. And you can go to the top and you can figure out who's the main admins. So let's see. So we see that Marek, administrator, and Jeff. So we can take Jeff, for instance. Whoops. So Jeff. Sounds good. But let's go back to the owned objects. So password reset can perform the delegation on the computer itself, domain controller, and then we can do this. To actually use this to authenticate, but we are getting ahead of ourselves because we haven't performed anything yet. We've just done a little bit of enumeration. So let me just take all of this. And let me copy that. Let's also take all of this information right here. Copy, and we can add this into the notes. So it's just a bit more easy to see. All right. So this is once again an Impacket tool. Like so. And this is where we want to test the different variations of these. There might be a way where you can know whether it will properly work or not, but we don't. We can pretty much just check those that we were able to find using this tool, right? Because once again, this user had this right to delegate, so we can see pretty much the options that we have available. So all servers, you probably don't need this. Let me remove that. Hashes, we don't have hashes. So let's see. So this right here is where we'll specify the access that we already have, which is what this user right here called password reset. So password reset, and then reset password as the password itself, and then the domain. Domain is going to be CompTIA Corp, like so. And then we need to change this right here into one of these. So we can try at the bottom, and then let's work our way up. Let's try that. Perfect, that actually worked. So now we actually were able to get a cache, essentially a ticket that belongs to Jeff, and Jeff is a domain admin. And if you find this video useful, then you're absolutely gonna love this. We have a massive, free-to-try, 25-hour plus OSCP course that you can see that people are just absolutely loving. That inside gives you all of the resources that you need to crush the OSCP. We have a massive roadmap that literally covers everything. We cover initial access, privilege escalation, Windows and Linux. We cover Active Directory. We cover post-exploitation. We cover lateral movement. We cover pivoting, tunneling. We cover the exam. We cover the reporting. We cover all of the attacks that you need and all of the techniques that you need for OSCP. We also cover all the rooms that you need to do and all of the rooms is linked inside. We cover Active Directory chains as well. And we literally cover everything. And you will instantly get all of these resources once you join. So click the link down below, try it completely for free. I'll see you inside.